Welcome to Meet the Candidate 2022. We're recording at the Dry Fly Distillery, and I am sitting here to visit with Ted Cummings, candidate for State Representative, Legislative District 4. Welcome, Ted.
Thank you.
I think I interviewed you once on Zoom. It's much nicer to meet in person.
We've actually met in person before.
We have. I meet people all the time.
Sure.
Anyway.
I'm very forgettable, so don't worry about it.
And I have a bad memory for names. So you can tell me about where you grew up.
I grew up in Spokane. I spent my early childhood on the South Hill, and when I was about 12, we moved to the north side, and I got a horse, and I lived out on the Little Spokane for quite a while, and now I live in Chattaroy.
Oh, which high school did you go to?
I went to Gonzaga Prep.
Okay. And you had a first job that really intrigued you as a young man?
Well, they've all been great jobs. I started delivering papers, circulars before I was even a teenager, and delivered the Chronicle, and then worked downtown as a shipping clerk at Spokane Shaver.
All good experience. And
yeah.
What kind of training did you pursue, or training or education did you pursue after Gonzaga Prep?
So originally I wasn't going to pursue any. I was going to be a mountain man or a cowboy. I saw Jeremiah Johnson with a buddy of mine in the 6th grade, and that was the game plan. So I kind of got waylaid. I ended up working on a horse ranch right out of high school. Met a wonderful woman and been married to her for 40-some years, had 2 kids. And the horse industry kind of died, so I ended up working at Kaiser. Mm-hmm. Kaiser had a tuition reimbursement program, and so it took me 7 years to get a 2-year degree, but I got my AA, and I did it almost all of it on the Kaiser tuition reimbursement plan. So I graduated without any student debt.
That's good planning on your part.
My mother had 5 children, and all 4 of my brothers and sisters went to college, and I just didn't want her to say I had 4 really good kids and 1 idiot. So I was hell-bent to get that any kind of degree, so she could say all my kids went to college and graduated.
I wouldn't put anybody down for having any kind of skilled trade either. My grandson wants to pursue welding.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good choice. We need welders.
We need all sorts of skilled craft people out there. Absolutely.
We do. So in your life, have you had an opportunity to travel outside the area much? I
haven't traveled as much as I'd like to. I'm getting closer to retirement and plan to do a lot of traveling. I've been to Sweden a couple of times where my mother's from. My grandfather lived there. I've been to Mexico a couple of times, Canada a couple of times.
Are there some lessons that you've brought back with you from those trips, things that caught your attention and then give you a new eyes to see your own community?
Sure. Well, basically, the thing I've learned is people are people. They're the same everywhere you go. And most of them are warm and welcoming and curious. And I think that's the best of humanity, And I've been blessed to encounter many of those types of people.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about life today, then.
Life today? Well, I'm still working. I've been at Kaiser Aluminum for over 30 years. We had a lockout there, and there was a 2-year strike. And during that strike, I went to work for Alcoa, and I worked for Alcoa for 5 years. And I ended up getting relocated to upstate New York on a project. When the project ended for me, the day I vested at 5 years, I quit. I returned home because I have a union contract. Kaiser was just coming through the bankruptcy from that lockout labor dispute. I was able to hire back in with almost all my seniority and vacation and all of those benefits, and been there ever since. That was in 2004. And being a steel worker has been a phenomenal, given me a phenomenal life. It's given me a roof over my head and food and clothing and health care and retirement. And I couldn't be more satisfied with that. In the meantime, my wife and I have 150 acres in Chattaroy. Then we run Angus cows on and do some AI breeding and sell some calves and cows, and that keeps me pretty busy.
That would. So that's a very full life. And
Real
what
full.
inspired you to disrupt a lovely full life to run for public office?
Well, because I'm afraid that life is slipping away. This is an interesting campaign for me because I'm not running so much for a position as I am running against a party that I think is dangerous to our democracy. I see so much, to me, the party seems to be moving towards like a fascist organization. I see where, the leader of that party tried to overthrow our government and stop the peaceful transfer of power. I see people being targeted and denigrated, and that is very troubling to me, and it's unacceptable to me. So I'm running to, in my mind, stand up to preserve our democracy. That's the case I'm going to make to all the voters out there, is that our democracy is in peril.
Well, then I will turn that over to you for that last minute. I told you get the last word, be as political as you want, but make the case for why should people vote for Ted Cummings for State Representative Ledge District 4.
Thank you. I think people should not just vote for Ted Cummings. I think people should vote for character. I think people should vote for values. I subscribe, and my employer has picked up the same motto. That's the West Point Cadet Pledge, and it's, I won't lie, I won't cheat, I won't steal, and I won't tolerate those who do. I think that's a really good basis for determining who you want to vote for, and to ask who's living up to those ideals and principles, because that's what this election should be all about. I'm going to wear this shirt all the way through November if I make it through the primary, and this is a picture of August Landmesser. He's in a crowd in Germany, and everyone in this picture has their hand in the air, except for one. And everyone with their hand in the air was on the wrong side of history. And I think that's powerful to me. I'm not saying that the man itself is the focus of it, but the act of standing up for what you believe in. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I hope to encourage everyone around me in my community to do, to stand up and to do the right thing, and to say, hey, good people don't hurt other people. That's my platform.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And Ted Cummings running for State Representative Legislative District 4.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids. Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Hey voters, join me, Kirk Cameron, on Saturday, September 24th with We Believe, We Vote at the Spokane Convention Center for a night of celebrating biblical citizenship.
Join We Believe We Vote for our annual fundraiser on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 with Kirk Cameron. For tickets and event information, please visit WeBelieveWeVote.com. That's WeBelieveWeVote.com. We'll see you there.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none from the time you call to the end of the project.